area very soon. Can you tell us something about him?
Well, all Filipinos would recognize and know him. His name is Manny Pacquiao. We fondly call him Pac-Man, but the complete full name is Emmanuel D. Pacquiao.
And he's going to be in the area very soon?
Well, that is something that we have been praying for over the last couple of years. Usually he goes to Los Angeles and Las Vegas, but you'll never know. After the fight, he might consider visiting the San Francisco Bay Area, especially with my friend here, Joyce, because I think Joyce and we have common friends that are also connected to the Honorable Congressman. Manny Pacquiao won the congressional seat sometime year 2010. Although the first attempt was in 2007, and I had a chance to meet him for the first time few days before the May election of 2007. And I would just like to share this information to the viewers that I drove all the way from Davao City to General Santos City without an appointment. And I was so lucky that he was campaigning in his village where I was doing medical mission there in 1998. And a lot of people were telling me that during those medical missions in 1998, Manny Pacquiao's mom and maybe some of his siblings were among the recipients of the free clinics that I conducted. So I'm not sure if Manny Pacquiao is aware of this. Because that time I think he was in Manila training.
So you inadvertently helped him maybe to become the kind of person he is by helping his family?
Well,
in an indirect way.
I'm not so sure about that. But what I'm very sure is I am very familiar with the village where they used to live in General Santos City.
I see.
So that time, my first time to meet him, I endorsed him for his candidacy as a congressman in General Santos City. I contacted my fellow doctors in the area and some other professionals. But you know how it is in the Philippines when you are a newcomer, even if you are very popular like a world-renowned boxer, Filipinos would always choose a political leader who is highly educated. But, you know, I was telling people then that I don't believe that education alone is the qualification to become a leader.
What is important?
What is important actually is the willingness to serve. And I can sense that from the way Manny Pacquiao would present himself in public.
Right. And that's what your show is all about, the Beautiful Heart Show.
Exactly. During that time, my Beautiful Heart Show, the Beautiful Heart Show was already shown in Sky Cable Channel 28 in Davao City, and I featured that meeting in my show. A week after, I think just a few days after I had a chance to interview him and to endorse him in his candidacy.
Well, that's impressive.
But I don't remember. I don't know if he remembered that first meeting. But in 2011, again, when I was bringing some Filipino Americans in Davao City, in fact, one lady is a Hispanic lady from Texas, a teacher, and some other Filipino Americans. We were touring the south part of the island of Mindanao, and ultimately the final destination is General City. When we arrived in General City about dinner time, we had no appointment, but God is so good, we ended up taking coffee in Manny Pacquiao's coffee shop, Blue Gray. And adjacent to the coffee shop, of course, is the Team Pacquiao souvenir shop. And we were when I was having my coffee and the rest are taking their dinner, my driver, who is my cousin, told me that looks like that lady is Chinky Pacquiao, the wife of Manny Pacquiao. So I asked my wife, because I told my wife, maybe you can request, it's, for us Filipinos, we have formalities. I'm a man, so I would rather ask my wife to approach Jinky. So my wife approached her and introduced our group. And I stood up and introduced myself after that meeting. And Jinky, the very humble wife of Manny, set us up for a meeting with him few hours after that in the place that usually he frequents, like their own building where there's a sports bar, billiard bar, souvenir shops. So that's where I met Manny Pacquiao for the second time without any